through my astral travel, I experienced a lot of higher dimensions. Like you can go to Brahma Lokas, Krishna Lokas. So there any dimension, you bring that experience through that experience, the energy of that Loka within you, which adds in your consciousness or in terms of knowledge or wisdom. So, and you become higher or in terms of energy, you uplift your stage or you upgrade your consciousness basically. That is where astral travel plays a very big role. And this cannot be done through physical. Example, one of my friends' trip, almost 100 members from my organization, went to Egypt along with my Guru Patriji, and I was not able to go with them. And when I told my friends, when you enter in pyramid, please let me know. I also want to come with you astrally and experience. I have went and seen the different dimensions where Patriji opened a lot of channels through that Giza pyramid to the universal channels along with the help of Jesus. It's not that the physical body is active and the astral body will sleep. So your astral body is still active in the astral world and you are acting physically. Consciously at physical level, you can experience that realm. So that is a proof that the astral world keeps going on parallel to the physical world. If you see, I always feel that astral travel or a dream is a subject where it should be introduced in academic ways because we are developing our personalities and everything. We are here to understand and know our consciousness.
Hi, this is Akanksshaa. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. If you resonate with me, please like, comment, and share. Welcome to Multidimensional Soul podcast and a talk show. On this show, we talk about deep spiritual and mystical experiences of people which we normally shy away talking about. We are more than our physical body. We are spiritual beings on a human journey, and we discuss how a soul exists on multiple dimensions. We discuss science, technology, and spirituality point of views and perspectives on this show. Our purpose is to open our minds to limitless possibilities and our hearts to love and shine the light within bright. We have with us today Master Pallavi, who is a returning guest on our Multidimensional Soul Talk Show and a podcast. A very warm welcome, Pallavi. It's lovely to have you here once again.
Hello, Akansha. Thank you. Thank you so much inviting me again on your podcast. And it's a pleasure to, discuss a lot of spiritual stuff with you. And, I can say again, I would love to interact with your audience, those who are seeing all your podcast, all your efforts you're putting in to bring the lot of things in front of the audience. So, welcome everyone and hi to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, in our last episode, and if you have not watched that, you can watch it. It's there in the podcast playlist. And we covered a lot in terms of Pallavi's encounters with Mahavatar Babaji and her 400 past lifetimes, one prominent lifetime with Buddha, and we have discussed a lot in that episode. Today's episode, we are going to focus on astral travel. So, can you tell us what is the difference between astral travel and an out of body experience? Or do we need to have an OBE for astral travel? Is there any difference? So, can you just highlight that?
See, first of all, what we should understand is what is OBE. OBE is a very scientific term used everywhere. So, OBE is a sensation where your consciousness sliding away from your physical form. So, most of the time it happens unconsciously, and you become conscious about it through your experiences, more or less. So, that's basically the OBE. So, the astral travel is entirely different than OBE. Definitely, OBE is a part of astral travel, but astral travel is more a conscious journey into the spiritual dimensions.
So, when you go on astral travel, can you share your experiences? What all places you have visited? Are there physical places that you have visited during astral travel, or are there different dimensions and realms that you have visited? What all have you seen?
I have been doing astral travel unknowingly from my childhood, actually. And it comes to those people who already have such thing or a knowledge about astral travel, where their natural abilities take place in the current birth. But I was not aware about the knowledge of astral travel, or I don't know why it's happening. You know, it's like I used to go, I used to interact, I used to get an experience, come back, but I don't know how to apply many of the things that time. But it keep exploring, but I could not get more guidance of how I can really, if I'm feeling that I'm doing it naturally, but what is next? What it exactly? So I was not aware about the technical terms. But what I can say from the child, I mean, from the childhood, I could see through my astral travel, my past lives. I remember it very clearly. I could see, visit, and the transition from that time dimension to this time dimension. After that, as I belong to the state of Maharashtra, so I used to interact with lot of sense, because there was an environment in my house that my mom is very much into the bhakti yoga, doing those things. So it also used to inspire me. So I used to do and meet them in my astral travel, through my dreams, lucid dreaming, and many other things. So that I explored, and it was very natural for me, that I was not knowing it won't happen with everyone, because I never used to discuss a lot. But yes, I used to share with my mom, this is how I met them, this is what they told me. So it was a very natural process. I never put any sort of a thought, that because I was not aware that this is something unique. So as time passed, year by year, and even OBs I have experienced, especially when I was very unconscious, for example, very stressed, or some kind of a painful experiences we go through, or a trauma. So those kind of evidence or events in our life lead us to OBs, where all I think almost people experience them. It's just that how much they are aware of, more or less, but everyone experience through these kind of events. But yes, astral travel is a more conscious journey. So almost all the lives what I have seen, my past lives are through astral travel, and I access astral travel not for my physical gain. I never done that. But yes, what I understood these many years of my experiments is that astral travel get very easy if you have a particular purpose, and the meaningful purpose. It's just not that you want to use that ability just to going for a picnic. You can do that. It's nothing doing wrong in that if you have that kind of a desire. But I never had such desires, so I never used that for it. But yes, following my own soul path or intuition, it used to make me to find some kind of truth. That's where my mind is more about. For example, one of my friends' trip, almost 100 member from my organization, went to Egypt along with my Guru Patriji, and I was not able to go with them. So that I was, they were there for 1 week, and I was not able to stay here. All the time I was thinking what they must be doing, what they are experiencing, because I wanted to visit the biggest pyramid. And when I told my friends, when you enter in pyramid, please let me know. I also want to come with you astrally and experience. So that is where I implement such things where it motivate me to experience at my soul level. So Then the same time almost it took for them to roam the whole pyramid of 3 hours of time. So those 3 hours I was with them astrally, and I experienced which I might feeling that I'm not there physically, and but I fulfilled that through my astral travel. I was with Patriji, seeing everyone, seeing what the work, all 100 masters sitting in the pyramid of Giza, and that in a king's chamber meditating. So that was something I have went and seen the different dimensions where Patriji opened a lot of channels through that Giza pyramid to the universal channels along with the help of Jesus. So Jesus was one of the very key member to open those channels from Giza pyramid, where all these souls were trying to enter into that channel, and so that when it opens, then many of the people who are visiting Giza pyramid, as per their soul evolution, they can also experience those dimensions. So this is basically the channeling path, or higher masters do the work. So that I witnessed myself. That was a very highlight experience. Then after that, I have been to many of the experience. I have even written in my book regarding Babaji. And yes, again, through my astral travel, I experienced a lot of higher dimensions. Like you can go to Brahma Lokas, you can go to Krishna Lokas. So there are a lot of crores and crores of lokas which you can see, gain knowledge as per your interest and your soul calling. So automatically an astral traveler will know that if something is entering in your consciousness, then it had some purpose, where we need to work little bit through mind that what exactly the universe is trying to send you. And when you tap that energy, then you can make a use of your astral travel in a particular direction.
Wow, that's really fascinating that you could actually meditate with all the other masters and your guru in pyramid there actually, and you have visited these different dimensions and lokas, and we'll come to that. What I would like to know is, because you've been doing this since childhood, didn't you have any fears? Because there are so many fears associated with OBE and astral travel, especially when the soul moves out of body. Immediately, people feel that there's something, they feel that they're going to die if they don't return to body, or their soul is going to be trapped in some entities, negative entities, taking them to some lower astral realms or something like that. And there are so many misconceptions and fears in India, especially. So, how did you tackle with all of that?
That is what we need to learn about, because especially in India, what happens is there are a lot of stuff regarding lower dimensions. There are a lot of stuff regarding negative energies. So even I think if you can remember in childhood, as a child, you get more attracted towards if somebody tell you that, oh, this is there is a ghost, or this something like that. So in my childhood, when I used to hear those stories, and I used to get more excited. I used to say, I want to see them then. Even in childhood, we used to watch on a TV like Z horror show kind of serials, and I never used to get afraid. And my curiosity was always to know, I want to see what reality is. Is it really an existence? So there was no fear in me, but I understand that a lot of people hold that kind of fear, as I said, because that I would have tackled in my previous lives. So it didn't come to me naturally that I should afraid or why it is happening and all. So it was not there at all. But yes, those who are facing is all because of the social conditioning. Because you hear something, or you might yourself imagine in many of the cases, oh, what if a lot of people come to me, they ask, oh, what if I do astral travel, can I come back to my body again? Or is somebody who may stop us to coming into my body? Do I lose my physical form? So they are very, what I can say is that we need to really use a common sense, is that every night our astral body is going out of our body. In the morning, we are coming back very naturally. Why we did not feel the same thought when we are sleeping? Right? Sleep is a very natural phenomenon. Then why not the astral travel? It is the same. It is not away from what we are living and thinking. It is same. It's only that if you think that way, it's the knowledge is not introduced properly. That's where I can say, because there are not lot of people who are speaking about it. And there was again a spiritual conditioning. What I can see is many yogis, or especially the people, spiritual people who are living in society, they never share their experience. They never talk about sukshma lokas. They never talk about astral travel, and that is where this knowledge have not taken a right form to reach to the common people. But dreams are experienced by everyone. If you see, I always feel that astral travel or a dream is a subject where it should be introduced in academic ways, because we are developing our personalities and everything. We are here to understand and know our consciousness, where the astral travel is the biggest portal of learning, where you are, you know, learning, taking knowledge, taking energy, executing, and lot more stuff. It is the biggest portal for your enlightenment. So we have to come across and over, letting go of those myths about astral travel, so that nothing happens. Astral travel is absolutely safe, but yes, you have to overcome on your fears and gain a proper knowledge about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned that yogis and all didn't talk about it, and I can completely agree that astral travel, channeling, it is so much more popular in the Western countries, even though there has been knowledge in India about it from ancient scriptures. And yeah, I have heard and seen Buddhist monks practicing this, but somewhere in Hindu culture, that knowledge got lost and nobody talked about it. So, can you talk about ancient scripture references about this, especially in India?
Yeah, there are a lot of references. The very practical thing which I can talk about is, if you remember, we in India we watch a lot of mythological serials, right? There is a very particular and a famous character called Narada, where Narada is, keep roaming from one loka to another loka. So what is that? That it's sukshma. I mean, it's astral traveling. He's traveling from one loka to another loka, knowing about what's happening, what are the good news, or what's, overall. So that is how he delivers, and he present himself with this knowledge, and even to get more news about the different worlds. And then I can give a lot of references, only in Indian culture. Is There is one Upanishad called Brihadaranya. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Yes. So that is where they talk a lot about the Sukshma Sharira. That means the astral body. Coming out of the body, visiting a lot of different spiritual dimensions, gaining knowledge, learning a lot of new stuff. And then again, there is a Chandogya Upanishad also, they mention and talk about the abilities of soul to leave the body and travel to the different lokas. And then again, in the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras also, they describe a practice called Videha Dharana, which is means disembody the concentration, where the consciousness can be projected outside of your body, right? So this, I think, a lot of things have been already told to us through our Upanishads.
When we talk about subtle bodies, and there are different bodies at the subtle level. So there is astral body, there is causal body, and different levels. And what I understand is, depending on the evolution of your consciousness, you can visit the realms depending on how you are evolved. So, can you just talk about these different bodies, different levels, and how we can access different realms?
See, one soul have a seven bodies system, which you said is the different bodies. It's a seven body system. And through my experience, as this physical form is manifested, and when we leave this physical body, we are back to the astral body. So we get back ourselves, our consciousness into the astral world, and we again replan, relearn, and do a lot of stuff, even soul planning and all that stuff. Everything happens in the astral world. So we get a lot of training into the astral world. And when our soul evolution reaches in any of the incarnation, where we learn to access the other body system or do their activations, then in that incarnation, we start experiencing them, we start their activations at conscious level. So, where a soul comes to the end of the journey in that incarnation, then one by one, our every body start closing. For example, uh, when I mean, I activated my body, so that particular body will experience in that particular world only. Like this physical body, you can see any other physical bodies. So it is only the physical manifestation. So in astral world, you can see only the astral bodies. Physical body cannot go in astral world and travel. Only our astral form can go. So similarly, in the causal world, the causal body can go. Then supra-causal worlds, the supra-causal body can go. So then our those particular bodies, when we activate through knowledge, and especially when you activate the astral body and gain enough knowledge and do astral travel. Why we need to do astral travel is, with number of experiences, it lead you to activate your next body, and then the next body do enough work, then it makes you to do again activate the next body. It's like a passing on the lamp to another body, because we have to gain our conscious abilities to understand those experiences or to get that level of maturity. So I always say that understanding astral worlds or astral dimension is a core of all soul bodies, because everything is so much connected to the astral body, and we keep on going back to it. And astral body is the only body which is very natural to experience. If any person thinks that, oh no, I want to see the manifestation of a supracasual body, I want to experience that, but if you do not have knowledge about the astral body experience itself, or if you have and do like multiple experience and think that no, now I want to move on, it won't happen that way. It's a big research happen into the astral world, that you are activating the rest of the bodies, or enough you are making yourself to see what exactly you are gaining within yourself. It's basically the self education.
Wow. Okay. You talked about dreams some time back, and I am fascinated by dreams. I get a lot of my downloads personally from dreams. I get prophetic dreams. My shadows get integrated in dreams. So there is a subconscious level that we access in the dream, and then there is superconscious level that we access in the dreams, where we do astral travel. So, how can we ensure that we raise our vibration in such a way that we do the astral travel and access the realms in our dreams, or get those downloads from our dreams?
See, basically dream is ultimately different, because we use that term just to make a person understand, but if we really move to technical terms, then dream is a different, and astral travel is completely different, where astral travel is more about you being conscious about everything, and it's intentional, where you are also aware about, for example, that when I access a particular realm, right, my mind may not know that, do my soul know about it? For example, if I want to travel to XYZ dimension, so I'm feeling to travel there, and I put intention and use my skill, right? So if you don't know about that dimension, then definitely within your consciousness the doubt will come inside you. Okay, that as I said, ki, oh, do I get into that dimension, or do I know how to get there? So these kind of thoughts will get into your consciousness or a mind. So that means you need a assistance, you need a guidance of somebody to really understand that you really know it or not. That's the first thing. And another thing, that if you do not come across any kind of doubts, that means your soul knows the path, how to reach to that particular dimension. So that you access through your subconscious mind, where everything is stored, even good, bad, all kind of experiences. So that access you do through astral travel knowledge or astral travel training, when you train yourself, and it gets easy to travel to any kind of dimension. And even if it's not there in your subconscious, as I said, that you want to move somewhere and you feel that, oh, you don't know the path, then you can even access your superconscious. If you could not find those files, in your subconscious mind, then you can access the superconscious, take a help of superconscious, and getting the data from superconscious, then you can move ahead.
Okay. And how do you raise your vibration? Because if your vibration is not high, you may go in the lower astral realms. And
Yes.
are there lower astral realms as well, where people, as in the souls, can wander if they are not properly taking guidance or direction? So, can you talk a little bit about maintaining that vibration, and how do you make sure that you reach the dimension and the realm that you want to go?
That's a very good question, and many people face that, and I also face that. It's not that, because see, physical mind is a tool for your astral travel. So we come across a lot of challenges in life where your energy may go up and down, emotionally, mentally, physically. So astral traveling needs a kind of a mindset to prepare. And what I have achieved through my practices is uh, an understanding, basically, into a truth that you may have hundreds of challenges, and you cannot think or say that, oh, when it will stop, and then I'll do it. The life we have planned to do everything, and for example, I have 10 works in a day. Along with that, I want to do my own passion, like doing astral travel. So one need to do the inner work to get that mindset, that you are not affecting by the outer energy, or if you are affecting, then what are those areas? Heal those areas, work on yourself. What kind of things trigger you? You know, take care of those things or heal those things. Then you have to be very conscious about how you think, because if I can tell you, in reality is that we definitely tell people to meditate because they are not aware about the sukshma lokas or astral worlds, or the manifestation of their own astral body, right? Where a meditation is a tool, make them to at least gain energy in a day. So when you keep meditating and do practices every day, you automatically even start experiencing the astral travel. For many of the people who are very regularly doing it, or out of body experiences, astral projections, these kind of concepts will come through your experience. But yes, in order to access them, we need a sort of an emotional mastery, actually, uh, with yourself, that what kind of energy is affecting me. Even if it affect, then how to clear it, or if you are able to feel the vibes, then how to protect. So this kind of uh, care you need to take for yourself, where you will see that you are not wasting your energy and you are utilizing it. And even an entire day, one thing I really want to tell through your podcast is uh, how the existence of astral world is equally valid and happens equal to physically. For example, people are thinking now we are talking physically and our astral body is inside. It's not that the physical body is active and the astral body will sleep. So your astral body is still active in the astral world and you are acting physically. It's only that when you sleep, so consciously at physical level, you can experience that realm. That's an opportunity where your physical body will be charged and relaxed. But it's equally happening. And one of the example is that suppose I'm sleeping and but you are not sleeping, but you are coming in my astral travel, or you are coming in my dream. Let's take that. So how is that possible? It's because you might be in a waking state in physical body, but your astral body I can visit. Your astral body can visit me. So that is a proof that the astral world keep going on parallel to the physical world. And if it is happening parallelly means what? It's also the energy also investing, right? So that is what we need to understand, that many of the people, suppose it's a morning, you feel very fresh and you're going good, and suddenly you start feeling drained, or suddenly you start feeling, oh, where my energy is going, and you try to find some reason through your mind or through anything, any person or any physical manifestation, but you won't get it there. So what is the reason? The reason is your astral body is experiencing something in the astral world where that astral body's energy affected you, which you can feel it. So what I want to share is the more awareness you gain through the knowledge of astral travel and with meditation practice, then even you will know that what is happening with your astral body in your waking stage, because you keep on sharing and exchanging those energies. For example, even you can access, suppose I'm not well in my physical body, okay, but and my physical body needs energy, need healing. So how I can take that? I can take that from my astral body. So my I can instruct my astral body to go somewhere where this healing is connected, bring those healing energies, or see what it is causing this body to feel ill. So that work easily and quickly done by the astral body. So that is how the astral body is basically a healing body to the physical manifestation. So there are a lot more things.
Yeah, that's really fascinating that you can actually heal your physical body by learning
Yes.
through astral travel. And what I understood is essentially emotional mastery and meditation and energy mastery are absolutely important to raise your vibration and access those realms. I have a question connected to what you said some time back. When you can't access the realms through your subconscious files, then you can take help of the supraconscious. So, are there any designated masters or guides from whom you can take help for this?
Yes, yes, they are. Because, see, we can access what we remember. So there might be a lot of things in our own soul, but we might not remember because we are also accessing our own consciousness. And it comes as per the energy and understanding of this physical manifestation. But there are also things which might be possible that your soul don't know, or soul itself have not learned. So in those cases, there are different departments. There are a lot of masters who assist us. So it can be your guru, it can be your spirit guide, it can be the angels, it can be somebody where you feel that, oh, that person can guide me. Even you can take the help of their astral body to guide you.
Hello, multidimensional soul family. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for showing all the love and appreciation through your comments, likes, shares. You are here because you resonate with and value what we share here through these conversations. And we've had such beautiful high vibration guests on this channel, so generously sharing their wisdom. As we all know that these conversations nourish our mind, heart, and soul. And these conversations are actually creating ripples in the consciousness. We are here to co-create new earth. We are here to uplift our consciousness, to raise the vibration. And these conversations are helping create that. You might have observed that you may get some insights which might be helpful for your personal growth, for your spiritual growth, and you value that. And that's why you are here. What we have observed through the channel analytics is that 90% of you have still not subscribed to the channel. And I'm so grateful that 10% of you have subscribed. As you're aware that this platform values the size of the community. The size of the community allows us to reach globally and get the guests. It also allows us to pour in more resources. When you subscribe to this channel and engage more in the conversations, you are telling not just this platform, but you are telling the universe that this is what I value. This is where my commitment is to co-creating the new earth. I want to see more of this. So your subscription means a lot to this community. And this is why I would like to remind you that please do subscribe and engage with what we share over here. That way we can get this energy flowing and create a movement, create a ripple effect throughout this world. There are so many hardships that all of us go through, but we show up. We show up for our personal growth, for the community growth, and for the growth of this planet. And I admire you for that. So do subscribe and engage. Lots of love. Okay. So one thing is your personal spirit guides and gurus and some ascended masters. Are there any specific, as I say, like designated, as in, you know that, okay, this is like, we know Archangel Metatron is known for Merkaba and he takes you on astral travel using the Merkaba. So similarly, are there any designated ones whom you can connect with and get their guidance and move out of the body to these realms?
Actually, when I started my meditation journey, and then I got introduced to this concept of astral travel, and I could get all the answers, then I could, identify what was happening with me before. So then I started, there was a master recommended by my guru Patriji. He said, you must read the books of Lobsang Rampa. So just out of curiosity, I started reading his book. And in first book, first page itself, I could connect to him very easily. Definitely, there might be past life connections to such connections, and I could immediately connect. And as I was started reading the book, and I used to get questions in my mind, so he used to appear and answer me. So it become everyday, uh, you know, everyday class for me. My husband used to go to the office, and then entire day I used to read books only. So this is how the entire day is like me and Ropsang Rampa. So I then got educated by directly him, who is an author of that book, and he cleared my all doubts. He even taught me there are a lot of astral travel skills, that how I can access this. I used to put question if I am disconnected from particular astral travel and my astral body is getting back, how to connect to the same point of energy and carry on your astral travel. So how to do so like this. He taught me many of the things. He helped me also to uh, how to overcome a fear of physical life, which might be past life connected and all. We don't even need to know what past life it is and all that stuff. But even if we know that I'm afraid of something, like I used to afraid from my childhood towards dog. I used to have that fear. And just to give and teach me, he asked me that you have fear of dogs. I said yes. Then he used to say, you don't love dogs. I said, it's not that, but I don't know why I have a fear. So then he taught me that the fear is an illusion. So what he played in the astral travel is he himself came becoming a lion. He became a lion, and he attacked me. And I could save myself. I was fighting back, and I was not afraid of the lion. But the same lion transforms in the same fight, becoming a dog. And I started fearing that dog. How do I fight with a dog? And but what to do when you have to do the self defense. Then I gathered my courage, and I was fighting the same with the dog to protect myself. And then he transformed with his original form, and he said, anyone can afraid the lion, but you are not afraid towards lion, but you are afraid towards dog. So what the transition tells you, that the fear is an illusion. So then it really clicked me. So this was his way to teach me many of my uh, you know fears, hidden fears, and many of the illusions, that how we could really tap to the energy of truth. So like this, almost 4 to 5 years continuously he trained me. It was almost every week or every day contact, depending on whenever I read book, he's there. That was my calling, is to go to him. And I read 4 to 5 years of his all books. He written, I think, 18 books. All books I read in those 4 5 years. It's not that I used to read one book, 1 month and finish it. I used to reread his all books. That was my research I did for 4 to 5 years on astral travel. And then he left. He said, now my job is done. You don't need to connect with me, that whatever I have to give to you, I have given to you. So in that way, he was my astral travel master who really helped me to gain my mastery. And then after that, I personally always follow my Guru Patriji. Whatever he say and guide me, he actually guides me to the all paths of the different dimensions. Without his guidance, I won't follow the path. So these are two guides I can say. And yes, another is Babaji, but so far no astral travel, because he know that I know how to do it. So more he comes to me through the form of channeling and introduce the different set of knowledge.
Okay. Wow. So 4 to 5 years research you have done. Is there any particular book that, for a beginners, that you can recommend of Loksam Rampa that people can read? And you said that he used to come and guide you. So, like, you used to read and then meditate, or how was the
No,
process?
no, it was very natural. He used to mostly appear. See, what used to happen to me if I read a book, I get into even astral travel while reading.
Oh,
That
okay.
is one way. Another way is, if I am reading, then he do astral travel and come to me, where I can physically even rectify his energy and connect. That is another way. Then one more way is I am reading it, and he his astral body might be somewhere else, but telepathically we are communicating. So he most of the time then he used to give me answers through that way of delivering. Or sometimes if he want me to give a very live kind of session with experiences, then he used to take my astral body, and with him then he used to travel with lot of speed and traveling like initially I used to get afraid to travel to dimensions because I naturally learned and aware and comfortable going to nearby things, earth or around earth. But when he said, no, you can travel as much as far you want. And I used to feel, yes, I can do, but I never had those experiences. So then I felt, I think my mind is having that fear, attracting that kind of fear. So then he took me and he made me realize that a soul is a frequency, and frequency or a light or energy. So a light has a speed which we cannot imagine to have for a physical body or this, but the astral body can have a speed, the speed of light. So those adventures were very mind blasting for me, where he took me to that level of speed which I can just imagine only in my imagination. But he made me to do and understand that truth that we are just a frequency. Yes, so I recommend his books, particularly the name is Rampa's Story. Anybody should read first book of his is Rampa's Story, because you will know what Lobsang Rampa's story is. Overall, you will know about him. Then you can read You Forever. So these are two books are very favorite to me, and everybody must read these two books. Rest he have a lot of books. Definitely you can do research if you want to, but these two books are highlight.
It's mind blowing that you can travel at the speed of light and visit different astral realms. So I do remember that in our last podcast, you had talked about visiting Satyaloka along with Mahavatar Babaji. So can you talk about different realms and different dimensions you have visited, whether it's Satyaloka, Brahmaloka, or any other Hiranyaloka? I don't know. Any other dimensions and lokas that you have visited, and can you describe how they look?
Description is really difficult, but still we can try to do that through words, because see what we can see the manifestation, we experience or appreciate the beauty of the nature or a creation. So in astral travel, when you visit other dimensions, that beauty gets very very refined, very much into the depth which I have particularly seen, because we are very familiar with what things are there on earth, but our mind get fascinated when you visit something which you have not seen, which you have not known. So that is a fascinating part which gets especially attracted towards. So I have visited a lot of dimensions. uh, Highlight which I love the most, that would love to share is the dimension of Vaikuntha Loka. That was my favorite. And how many gods or masters or this all we even read in the scriptures, those all words exist. Those all words exist, and no doubt it exists. Those all Sukshma Lokas exist. So when I first time went to Vaikuntha Loka, that that was my very intentional desire. It was my desire. So then a day came where I felt a very strong urge to fulfill that desire and do that through my astral travel, because I never used my desires till I really feel something. Because many of the people think that you should know astral travel, you sit and go. We should not use those skills that way until and unless you really have urge towards that desire, because it comes from the soul. And if you then manifest, then it's a help a lot for your astral travel. Then what happens? The path forms, or the masters show you the form. They take you themselves. That is what the universe calling happens. So then my spirit guides taken me to the Vaikuntha Loka as I started doing the travel. I went to the Loka. I could really see two people standing, which mentioned in the many of the scriptures, or Jai Vijay. They take care of the Vaikuntha Loka entries. They won't make you enter everyone. So when I was standing, they asked me and they said, "You cannot go inside the Vaikuntha Loka. You need permission." So then I was thinking that how do I get permission? So they said, "No, you go with what kind of intention you landed here." I said, "I don't know. I just that it. I just followed my soul calling." Then they said, "No, you must have some reference." So then I thought, okay, let me go. And then somebody comes from inside and talk to them, and then they tells me that okay, you can go inside. And I was shocked that what exactly happened with them, that they allowed me inside. Then I thought, okay, let not me waste the time asking about them what did happen. And I excitedly went inside, and the Vaikuntha Loka is full of it. I can call a dimension in a dimensions. It's not something like a palace. It's not something like one country or one place. It's not that. It's a dimension in dimensions, where almost physical time it took for me 2 hours of my physical time to roam that Vaikuntha Loka, see what kind of a beauty is there, which I have never seen on earth. I explored the beauty of Vaikuntha Loka. Nobody was even stopping me to see uh, those things. And then finally the thought came to me, oh, where I'm lost, I have come here to see the Vishnu. So then that thought which remembered again, and I went to find Vishnu. And then I could go to the core. There is the Vishnu stays in the Vaikuntha Loka at the center, and all dimensions are around that core of. So it's like you can visualize it like a circle, and in the center point, the Vishnu you will see. So then I went there. I could see Vishnu, and I was lost in his beauty, because from my childhood I was very much attracted towards Vishnu as a god. And I sat in front of him. He was sleeping on a kind of, what you can say, a sofa, today's sofa, but a sort of place. He was sleeping, and I was just observing him, his glow, his beauty, his eyes, and I was lost. I have no words. I have forgotten who I am. And then he opens his eyes and look at me, and then it there was no talk, but it was a telepathic communication. He opens his eyes and he look at me like, what you want? So then I could not understand what should I say, and then I said, "Oh, nothing. I just came to roam Vaikuntha Loka and see it." Then he saw me, and then he closed his eyes and back into his samadhi. So then I had fulfillment of my purpose seeing him, and I was back to my physical manifestation. So that experience made me, whenever you travel through any dimension, you bring that experience, through that experience, the energy of that Loka within you, which adds in your consciousness or in terms of knowledge or wisdom. So, and you become higher, or in terms of energy, you uplift your stage, or you upgrade your consciousness, basically. That is where astral travel plays a very big role. And this cannot be done through physical things.
Yeah, yeah, that's the main thing I would say about astral travel. So beautifully you explained that whenever you travel to that realm or dimension, you bring back a part of that energy here, integrate it, and that's how you learn and
Yeah, and
more wise.
even if you remember the autobiography of Yogi,
Yeah,
Yogananda ji have talked about Sukshma Lokas
yeah,
when he came to know through his guru. And I think that is a very book, very kind of a proof for many of the people who don't believe these kind of things. So they must read that book, or those who have read may start believing it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, autobiography of a yogi is recommended worldwide, and it has been recommended even by Steve Jobs. He used to read it once a year, every year, one time. Yeah, so true. When you mentioned that you visited Vaikuntha Loka and it was 2 hours physically here, so how long was the duration in that Loka for you?
See, there is no time concept there.
Okay,
In astral world, there is no time concept. Time exists is only for the dimension of physical manifestation.
right.
Yes.
And is there any hierarchy in the lokas? Because as per Hindu scriptures, Satyaloka is the highest as per the hierarchy. But there are, what I understand is there are infinite lokas and infinite dimensions as such. So,
See,
apart from.
those lokas actually a kind of what hierarchy is basically explaining the stages.
Hmm.
It's no, and in those stages there are infinite loka. So likewise, that is how we explore the infinity existence. So in every, so the hierarchy is basically the stages. If you, oh, this is a Brahma Loka. So Brahma Loka is not one Loka. It's just not a one dimension. There are number of, so Brahma Loka is a stage. Is a, you can take it just for understanding, is a kind of a department where there are multiple dimensions. So that way we keep visiting and exploring and a lot of things.
Yeah.
Whatever is needed for our soul to do it.
Okay. Yeah. I do remember Vaikuntha Loka, as I have read in the mythological stories and scriptures, is that there's all water there. So, did you
That's
see
different.
that?
That's a water worlds.
Okay.
Yes. As I said, there are dimension in dimensions in Vaikuntha Loka. So
Hmm.
that's entirely different. But if we take stories like Vishnu is sleeping in the ocean and kind of,
Yeah.
so then those are the water worlds.
Okay.
Those are again a different sector of dimensions.
Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting. So, you will visit whatever state you are in and whatever you desire and whatever your soul's calling is.
Yeah. So what I have observed is through meditation or when you become spiritual, we learn basically to what desire you should carry. With spiritual knowledge or understanding, you start filtering your desires. Then you truly know what it's really need to be fulfilled. Because the desire is a form, I believe, is a kind of uh, codes for your purpose. That's the reason the desire is in you, not in somebody else.
Absolutely.
Because you carry that with you that you have to do. It's a kind of a intuitions, or it's kind of already you know it, but you just don't know how it is. So then we understand basically what true desires, and every desire has its purpose. So your this desire which we think in mind as a desire, it also get fulfilled. Along with that, there is a higher purpose to that desires, which is a part of our soul plan or a soul purpose. So it's alignment.
You had mentioned some time back that you can heal your physical body when you do the astral travel. And what we understand is essentially everything that is physically manifested is actually created at the astral level first, and then
Yes.
it gets manifested physically.
Yes. Yes.
In your book, you've talked about creating galaxies along with Babaji. So, can you talk a little bit about that? How can
Uh,
people manifest through astral travel, and What you have talked about is something really fascinating and mind blowing. Nobody would actually think about creating galaxies, but can you talk about your experience, and then what can people do to manifest their desires doing astral travel?
See, basically, we have to first understand what things are happening even around the globe. These things are already been trained for the soul before birth, where you can read these kind of encounters in the past life regression books, or I can suggest a book of Newton Michael of Soul's Journey, where he explained very well that when we go to any incarnation or before incarnation, we create our lot of things. Whatever the creation, if we see on earth, is already created by somebody in astral world first, and then it might be selected for this realm. So likewise, we as a creator start learning how to create in astral world. We manifest, we shape. For example, this is a phone. Somebody would have thought, oh, what if, how phone will work? What if somebody calls and somebody receives and they can talk, then there should be a network. So this somewhere is manifested a very long back, by any creator like us or any soul who would have thought this thought and manifested there, which got after some years and centuries of time, then time came and it came to the existence. So that way I feel, as per the evolution of soul, we go in a creation of making this. For example, a soul who Michael Newton, he explained a three levels, like basic level, intermediate and advanced level of souls, where at basic level they learn small things to create a plant, create something very small. For example, how create a bag, a kind of creations they learn. Then they get more confidence, oh okay, we can do these things. So these kind of trainings happen at the basic level. Then you get confident and ready to move to the next level called intermediate. So then little advance, oh now you can make aeroplane. Now you can make something creative, anything out of is. And then advance is something that, as I experience, is making galaxies, or even whatever is needed in that dimension. What can you can even make the energy tunnels, you can make the grids. So this kind of stuff falls into the advanced level of uh, soul evolution. So I already read such books and fascinated of that. But yes, when you yourself encounter with self experience of it, then it's like a more reminding to yourself, oh, I read somewhere and now I am a part of such thing. So it gives me more a confidence and a confirmation that okay, my how my soul is doing an advancement. But yes, it is not something that I can say somebody just a very new to the astral travel and think they can create a galaxy. So it's not that, it's a journey.
We talked a lot about astral travel for individual development and individual soul's evolution. What role does it play in Earth's ascension that is happening right now?
It plays a very big role. But what I can say is, if we are not individually trained or individually practicing things, experiencing things, then we cannot become a part in a bigger way. Because focusing on our own journey, experiencing what is needed to be, or doing what our soul calling is. So it's indirectly helps to the entire ascension period, because that is where we are contributing our energies to the ascension. So ascension is, for me, is not something different than what you are doing in your soul's journey. But yes, it will enhance more and more when we have global level thoughts, you know, like, okay, I want to again upgrade my advancement, how I can do it. Now I'm benefiting myself, I'm enjoying my life, and now I know what how to tackle my challenges. So I am more prepared emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually to do more advanced spiritual work, which we call as ascension, right? So along with our soul's ascension, we can really contribute towards the global level of ascension, where we can help lot of souls to on this similar journey. And the same falls into the astral travel. I see uh, those are coming into ascension are very high soul evolution people are getting into 5D. So mainly then these all people are getting trained to the skill of astral travel. It is not ascension and we think and we get it. So they are doing a lot of work, in the background with their astral bodies, a lot of healing and traumas and a lot more stuff, inner work. So basically, they are doing a lot of inner work in order to reach to the physical level of 5D ascension. So that everything is happening at astral level. So it's all energy shifts. So my message is only that we need to focus on our own journey in order to contribute towards the bigger picture.
Yeah, beautiful. And as we are ascending, as we are going into the unity consciousness, we again come back to this different spiritual paths, and there are a lot of these misconceptions that are there. So, for example, in India, there's a misconception that channeling means you are possessed. You just talked about you getting a lot of channeled messages from Babaji. So, like that also for astral travel. So, can you talk a little bit about how to deal with these misconceptions for both channeling as well as astral travel?
The misconception dealing is we cannot educate an ignorant. We can educate a person who is open to listen, who is open to understand or know, okay, I want to explore the truth. We cannot ever explain to the ignorant mind who are not ready to listen. So I never put my energy telling those people that, oh, see I'm doing channeling or this and that. That's not my cup of tea. And I know I attract the people who are purely in understanding, who really know scientifically that these things happens. And even through my channeling programs, I teach people what are the scientific reasons behind channeling, because there are a lot of spiritual people who come across channeling kind of skills, or the channeling entities contact them, but they don't know how to progress further in their journey. So I give them guidance that through my self experience, that how you can tackle, overcome on such obstacles in your channeling journey. So there are a lot of channelers around the world who are contributing uh, their understanding, gaining knowledge and wisdom through those entities, and also doing their purpose to spread the entity's energy and wisdom, which is helping a lot. So we have nothing to do with those ignorant minds who, and especially in India, because that was a very core social conditioning in India. So I believe that I cannot stand to clear them, but rather than I choose to teach people who are ready to receive, and then it multiplies. The day will come where the Indian mindset will speak about the scientific reasoning of astral travel, or understand that what I should do, what I should not. So there is a still time for Indian mindset, because there is a lot of mess because of the social conditioning only. And many of the mind don't try to check with that. We just blindly believe. But yes, there are new age people who believe, not to just believe because somebody is saying. They are coming forward to break that social conditioning and really come forward or read books or explore on a YouTube that is it really possible, how it is possible, right? So I think I divert my energies towards such people who are very curious, who are ready to explore, who are ready to gain the knowledge of true spirituality.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I would also like to show this book of mine, which I have released recently, which is Unlocking Your Astral Secrets. These are actually the collection of 100 question and answer regarding the astral travel. Because a lot of people always come to me asking many questions about astral travel. So it made me to think and write these questions where, a very common person will at least get an idea about astral travel. So you can get this book on Amazon, Unlocking Astral Secrets.
So, can you talk about something new and exciting that you're going to conduct? What kind of programs are planned now?
Okay, so the very exciting thing which I can share with your audience is I'm going to have one retreat which is going to happen in Pune in the month of January, the next month, and it's my collaboration with two of my uh, very good friends. The one is already here with Akanksshaa, and one is Pradnyaa. So we all are coming up with the theme of awakening through our retreat called Rise and Beyond. So that's basically we're trying to reach touch mind, which we just discussed, right? Those who are ready to listen, those who are, uh, you know, on already on that path to explore, but they don't know what exactly happening with them. So our energy have just made us to make this happen, that we want to help those people, we want to reach those people so that we can really help through our experiences, because we might have taken time to understand that, but we want to help those people that see we already done that work, and let us help you, so that it will save your time and as well as give you a lot of clarity to understand your own soul mission on earth. And
Yeah.
along with that, I keep conducting my online courses. I just going through the Karma Chakra view. And again in January, I'm having an online course, which is a 5D ascension. So online, offline, all programs are live and exciting for me because I love interacting with people and their experiences.
Yeah. Beautiful. And you are going to teach astral travel in depth in the retreat.
Yes, yes. So in retreat, that is a highlight for my sessions, that people are fascinated to learn about astral travel. They want to know, can, I mean, is it possible for me? What kind of benefits they get, especially for physical life, and how they can really understand and gain with less period of time. It might be the spiritual wisdom, it might be their emotional healing. So how everything is possible to gain through astral travel, that I'm going to teach through this retreat. You will learn also where you will see how astral travel you can do practically, understand its aspects, how it can connect and benefit your physical life. You know, how you can have emotional healing through astral travel, or even a physical healing for your body, and how to get your answers which you are not aware of, or whatever it's related to your life. So overall this, you are going to learn how to do astral travel and how to access them for the upliftment of your physical life. So join me in the retreat.
Okay. And what's your parting message for our audience today?
Today is energy which I feel right now is to I want to say is that, please guys, focus on your journey. Don't see what others are doing. You just observe them, but it is, don't put your energy in thinking what others do. This life is very, very precious. Invest that energy in your purpose. Keep watching yourself, keep doing inner work, keep doing all your responsibilities, keep enjoying your company, whoever are in a position to understand you. But don't make yourself to run away, run after the illusions of life. I know you are tired of all this, but commit with yourself that you are going to focus and be in self care and self love.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. It's so lovely to have you here again. And I look forward to hosting you again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching and listening in wherever you are in the world. As Ramdas says, that we all are just walking each other home. So thank you for co-creating the new earth along with me and our guests. And if you resonate with me, do subscribe to my channel and do let us know how you find our episodes. Thank you so much. Lots of love.